Boy, do I know how to pick it. I know how to pick a great week for travel. Ouch. Ouchie. Somebody had a bad day.
Leading to slick and dangerous road conditions for Oklahomans.
I'll have the threat for more ice and the coldest wind chills we have seen in decades.
And so I had proposed this question of what is safer, driving or flying if you had to go cross country? So I thought the answer was driving, and boy was I wrong.
Bad day for truck drivers. Oh my gosh.
The traffic and the ice and the cold was very dangerous driving conditions this week. And so I'm lucky enough through my work to have the convenience of changing my mind and flying home. And so I am going to fly home, and we will see what it's like going through the airports. This is my first time since the pandemic broke out, and we will compare that to the dangerous driving conditions on the highway, and you tell me what you think is safer. Fort Smith is one of my favorite airports. There's only 2 gates. It's very nicely decorated. They have lots of historical items on display, and they often don't even attend to the luggage or the security gate until about 30 minutes right before the flight, because there's not very many people here. So far on my question of whether it's safer to fly or drive, dealing with the Fort Smith, Arkansas airport is way easy. There's hardly anyone here. I have no concerns. My only concern was how small the flight will be to Dallas. I don't know how crowded it will be, and then of course the Dallas airport gets so much traffic. So that's where I was a little concerned, but we'll see on a Saturday how many people are there. So far, I'm very happy with my decision to fly home. That was definitely the right call, given what's going on in the central United States. So I guess it's easy to get dehydrated when you're traveling with a mask on these days, because you don't want to take off your mask to drink water, and so you try to hold off. And then every time I try to find a spot to sit and eat and drink, it seems like somebody comes and sits next to me and takes off their mask. It makes me nervous. So. Ask me, it is still pretty dang crowded in here. There's a lot of people. I've been quite uncomfortable. Every time I sit down to eat, somebody comes and sits next to me, pretty close to me, and eats as well. You know, I was also uncomfortable on the plane in Fort Smith. It took off late. It was a teeny tiny little plane, and it was crazy hot in there. Just not feeling like I know if it's safe to run the air filter that comes out of the ceiling in the plane, if that's a safe thing to do or not, so I kept it off. And I was absolutely roasting. So, my flight was delayed. There was no available gates when it got to DFW. And I literally ran to my new gate with my heavy boots on, carrying my coat, my big backpack, mask on for most of the time. And the plane was literally at the gate, and they had just closed the flight, so I didn't get to make it. But it got me on a 3 p.m. flight, and so I was able to sit down and drink some water. The one thing about Fort Smith is there's no restaurants once you get behind security. They may have had vending, but I didn't see it, so they don't have a good place to get yourself a bottle of water, so I was quite thirsty, having to go to a delayed flight, and running across the airport without any water.